I am really excited to have each and every one of you with us today. All of you are key volunteers. You mean a lot to us, and there's certainly more volunteers than what's present today. Well, we really wanted to take a few moments to get you in the loop and just answer questions and talk about what's going on at Habitat. We were really disappointed when we had to cancel the volunteer appreciation party. Our former volunteer of the year, Tony Ferris, who's on this call with us, suggested that we do something with everybody, and I talked to Emily, and this is what we came up with. As you know, if you've been to any of the parties that we've done, we always have a really great turnout, and of course there's food there, and we don't have food on Zoom. I apologize.
I would like to welcome Anthony and Mike, two other directors on the board of Habitat for Humanity Seminole that are here today. I thank you, and thank you each and every volunteer. We appreciate you.
As the CEO, I certainly don't have all the answers about where we're headed and how things are going. And it's scary. It feels like there's a lot of risk right now, and we're not always really sure if we're making the right decision. But I can tell you that between me and the board of directors and great staff that give me great feedback and their ideas, we have really been able to pivot during this really challenging time. And I think flexibility is really important while we honor the health and well-being of each staff person, and of course, each of you as key volunteers. It's really important. I keep telling everybody, you got to stay well because our Habitat homebuyers need us. And there's going to be a bigger need than ever before when this is all done. So better to take it slow and do things right and really protect everybody so that everybody stays healthy and well. So that is definitely our number one goal. I think that, we at Habitat all come together to serve and to serve the community. This pandemic shines a light on the cracks that have always been with us in our community and in our society. And that bottom 25% of America is going to be really affected by this pandemic. And what we do as an organization is going to be more important now more than ever. And so we pivoted, and not soon after that, everybody's been working at home. The people that work in the affiliate office, my concern was we had a pipeline full of home buyers that were ready in different levels, but ready to get into their homes. I've talked to some of our Habitat home buyers, and they're just thrilled that they've had the opportunity to have a roof over their head and to be able to self-isolate with their families and spend time with their kids while they can do things like, cook for their kids and help them with their schoolwork. And I feel like it was the best decision. We wouldn't have been able to do that without the volunteer participation this past year that you all have been able to give us. That wouldn't have been a reality. So we're trying to do things a little bit differently than we would normally do. And I gotta say, I am so incredibly proud of my team for doing whatever needed to get done to make that happen. And it hasn't been easy, but it has been very rewarding. So those are kind of the general updates on what's going on at Habitat. But I want to take this opportunity to especially, because the volunteers I work with the most are my board of directors. It's great to have you all engaged and interested and leading the charge, and to have you all as experts to bounce questions and concerns off of. and I just really appreciate it. And many of you do a lot of things that people don't see, but if nothing else, you're there to help me, lead the organization, and for that I appreciate it. But each and every one of you does something really unique and really needed for the organization, and I just wanted to leave you with this quote that I really like, and I think right now it's very apropos to what's going on. It's certainly not my quote, but it's a quote from Teddy Roosevelt, and I'm sure you've heard it before. But it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there's no effort without error or shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end of the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. So that is his place. So that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. But with that, I'd like to say thank you and have a good evening. Stay safe and stay well.
Thanks for doing this.
Thanks, everybody. It's so good to see you guys, or at least
You too.